All right, we are live and welcome this morning. Today we are talking about one of the most important things in your success and fulfillment. Who's at your table, right? All right. One of my favorite things, and if you've listened to my podcast at all, you've heard me talk about it several times. Is Jim Rohn has three questions that are like the most important when talking about your circle, and it's who am I around? What are they doing to me? And is that okay? Right? And that idea of who is around you is absolutely critical for any lasting fulfilling success, right? And that's what I want to talk about today. So if you're listening to this, please share it out. Share it to your table, right? The people that are around you that you want to be able to grow and have a better life. Okay. So one of the things that I remember when I first got started on my speaking journey was I had a friend of mine referred me to a group down in Tampa, and it was the National Speakers Association for Central Florida, right? And so I went down, uh, visited the chapter there, and ended up joining, and spent many years going to that. And I'm still in touch with most of the people there, um, and one of the things that absolutely made a huge difference in my speaking life, in my, coaching life, and in doing this was the people, the connections that I made there and getting around that group, right? And it was a very, very diverse group, right? It was a very different messages that they were talking about, very different socioeconomic, you know, uh, gender and race and all of the different diversity categories. It was all there, right? And that was such a powerful thing because we had one common goal, right? It was to be better speakers, to have a better speaking business, to, you know, making sure that we were empowering people to get their message out, right? It was that common purpose. And I know I've talked about purpose probably ad nauseum here, but I'm going to keep doing it because it's that important. So the diversity of different opinions and backgrounds and all of that, it made it a stronger group, and it made me a better speaker person and just better, right? And so that's what I would tell you is to get a diverse table, round table, right? The knights of old in the round table. Who has a seat at your round table. Make sure it's not just copies of you, right? No cloning for our round table, right? We need diverse backgrounds, we need diverse opinions, but all going towards a common purpose, right? And that's what I'm working on right now. And as you may know, I'm working on my roundtable program. Um, I like the old kind of the that style of I'm a bit of the fantasy geek, right? And so building that roundtable, I will be launching that later this month, right? So if you would like to be a founding member of the roundtable, go to Third Power Performance. I think it's scrolling on the bottom here, and join the newsletter because I'll be sending out invitations to the roundtable um, next week, probably. Um, anyway, so share that out. Okay, so diversity, huge, huge thing. Now, the next thing that I was thinking about was, for professionally, for my business and for my life, I remember that I used to be part of a BNI, Business Networking International, and I still do business networking, right? And one of the things that I loved about that was, again, it was an organization with a common purpose, right? And it was, you could only have one seat for any given industry, right? So there weren't two motivational speakers, there weren't two plumbers, there weren't two whatever, right? It was every business was a different business around the table, and yet we all had a common goal and a common purpose of helping everybody's business grow, right? That was the whole point of that organization, was passing leads, and right, it was definitely very a business oriented thing. But we found ways that, how do we help each other, right? How do you connect to different businesses so that they can share in the abundance that's out there, right? And so it's finding out, how do you synergize? How do you take the diversity and make it a strength, and to help each other move forward, right? I can do my piece that helps you, and somebody else can do their piece that helps you, and it helps everyone, right? And that's where we want to be. And you need to make sure that all of the people that are at your table, that it's a reciprocal thing, because the reality of it is there are people out there that will, just take and not give. And you need to make sure that you look at yourself. Are you giving as much as you take? Right? I try to give more. I want to give more than I take. That's why I do this every morning. And so make sure that you are a good partner at the table, right? That's critically important. So, yeah. Okay. And then having people at your table personally makes a difference too, right? I have a friend of mine that, we would go out to Infinite Ale Works uh, downtown, and occasionally have beers, talk technology, talk crypto, talk bosses, talk family, right? And having that, that was one of those where, who am I around? What are they doing to me? Is it okay? And it was, oh yeah, definitely. Having somebody that shares the values and the purpose that you're after, it helped with my life balance, and we would keep each other accountable, right? And it was tighter than just, you know, helping with business or helping with whatever. It's, here's what's going on. Oh, I found this cool new technology. That was fun sometimes, right? But it was, you know, I've been working on this major project, and it's, it's really just, it's working hard and long hours, and it's like, okay, but what are you making sure that you're taking, spending time with the kids and with the wife, and right? And it was that kind of accountability to each other, to one, have, when dealing with some of the challenges at work, have you thought about doing this? Or maybe you can say, you know write an email that says this instead of that. Right? It was giving some, here's how I would deal with that issue, right? And to help along, and vice versa. And keeping each other accountable, because we knew that family was the most important thing, right? So we kept each other accountable because we were very closely aligned, very in very similar industries, in very similar situations, and we knew what was important to each other and gave ourselves nudges when we started to deviate from that and work a little too much, or get a little too stressed out over stuff that wasn't really important, right? And that accountability is the key, is having people that are going to keep you where you need to be, right? That are going to keep you going in the direction that you need to be going and not getting caught with, squirrel with the distractions, shiny object syndrome, right? Somebody that's going to keep you going where you need to go because they have your best interest at heart. And that's I, right there, just that. That's why who's at your table makes all the difference in the world. Who has got your back? Who is looking out for you, both in material success, but also in your own self mastery, in your relationships. That's what the round table is about. It really is. All right. So join my round table. Go to Third Power Performance, join the newsletter, be ready to be a founder of a really cool round table, a group of people that will help you move yourself forward. Yeah, that's what it's about. And I hope to have you there. I hope to help keep you on track where you want to go, whether it's increasing your business, your business and your profession without losing your soul in the process. Is it keeping you away from that burnout edge? Yeah, I don't know what it is for you. Is it having a better family life, being a better parent? I'm not sure, but that's what we'll find out together. And I know it's important. For me, it's everything. It's my everything. And that's what I want to share with you. So look forward to that. So, who's at your table? Who are the knights at your round table? What are they doing to you? Is that okay? That's the key question for today. All right. Till tomorrow, my friends, keep living your life to the third power. I will talk to you then. Thank you for listening to the Third Power Life podcast. Before you go, one quick question for you. Where are you on the path of life? Are you just drifting through your life? Are you fully in command, somewhere in between? Well, you can find out where you are now by taking my new Commander Survey. It will tell you where you are on your growth journey and how to move yourself to the next level. You can find the link on the screen or in the show notes. Now, all I want to know now is, where do you stand?